Can you just start by telling us what's your full name?
Cyril Bowren.
And when and where were you born?
Low Fair, Beaconsfield Avenue.
Right. And how old are you now?
How old? 97.
Oh.
Just.
Can you tell us a little bit about your childhood?
Childhood. Well, I've been only one, no brothers or sisters, and I went to school at Kells Lane School, and lived in Beaconsfield Avenue, and then we moved to Clifton Gardens. School, I was keen, I enjoyed school. All the homework and all this and that, I was quite happy with that. And I don't know whether I played cricket for the school. And then I ended up with the boys' grammar school. You know where that was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you tell us about when you seen a German bomber coming out of the skies?
Bomber.
Yeah, when you saw a German bomber coming out of the skies?
Saw one, yes. Dive out the back window. I was upstairs looking because I heard it was the noise and saw it drift across towards the Tyne. And as far as I recall, it dropped a bomb on the part of the quayside. Then it turned in. I followed it, and it went over the Team Valley, the trading estate, and away.
Okay.
There's no one there to attack it or anything, you know.
Yeah. What motivated you to join the army?
Motivation?
Yeah, why did you join the army?
I had to.
Right.
Conscripted. I wouldn't have been in otherwise.
Right, so you were conscripted in?
Yes, at 18, yes.
Did any of your family or your friends join up?
Oh yes, there was others in, but not where I was.
Can you tell us a little bit about your training when you joined the army?
Training?
Yeah, can you tell us a bit about it?
When I joined the army, it was with the Durham Light Infantry, DLIs.
Yeah.
Up in Northumberland we were based and trained. I can't remember exactly where. And at the end of training, the second or last day of the training, we were divided into two sections, about 12 in each, to cross this river in Northumberland, just as part of the training. And we were on the bottom part, and then it went up shade, and they were around the corner. And with an instructor, we got over safely. The others sank. In fact, there's a memorial up where, did you see it?
Somewhere in North, I'm
The
not sure
name
where.
of Cooks. But that
Not sure.
hadn't, it's only a year or two ago that I've seen it, but there was a memorial put up because they were all lost.
Right.
And then I was back to head office, and then they took us down and moved us across to France.
Can you tell us where you were first deployed when you went to France?
Well, beside Dunkirk.
Right.
Yes, on the beach and that, when we came off the ship, we were fired upon by the Germans.
Right.
Some were hit, escaped that, and then they moved us on just after a day or two, I think, up into Holland, where the fighting was still going on. and it was there that I joined the Coilies, King's Own Yorkshire Light Infantry, when I was moved up into Holland. And there was still, the war was coming to an end then, and we on one occasion we hadn't been there. First day there, I think, we had to dig trenches near the river, Nijmegen in Holland. And just a few yards, you know, out here, another one probably where the hedge was. And the Germans started shelling us, and that one got a direct hit and blew them up. And we were saved. And then that was basically all I can remember. There was no literal fighting. There was worry. There was shooting, odd shots, because it took a while to clear them out, to get the Germans out. And then we escorted them down, and I'm not sure where we left them, what country, but we as a unit went across to Italy, and were there a short while, and then we ended up in Austria. And it was only a matter of a day or two when the war officially ended, and then we were put in charge of troops, you know, the Germans and that, to keep an eye on them.
Can you tell us what your job was? What was your assigned job?
Well, I started private, Lance Corporal, Corporal, and I ended up at CQS, Company Quartermaster Sergeant, of the 1st 4th Battalion, 1/4 Battalion, King's Own Yorkshire Light Infantry. And I was out there 2 to 3 years. That's where I was eventually demobbed from, which would be in 1947. And then we got married in 1949.
Can you tell us about any good friends you met while you were in the army?
I did, but I lost touch of them. I've never kept. I don't know where any are, or if they're alive or anything. No.
But there was some good lads. You met some nice people, good lads.
Oh yes. There wasn't many Geordies. Not in the King's Own Yorkshire.
What was your most frightening experience when you were away fighting?
What was
your most frightening experience when you were away fighting?
The most frightening?
Yeah.
Well, I think being down in the when we had to dig our own trenches and sitting in there, and especially when this one shell hit this one nearby, and we used to be in there, then come out during the day away, and then go back at night and see at night.
What did you miss the most when you were away? What did you miss the most when you were away from home?
What did I miss the most?
Yeah.
Well, my parents, obviously. And did I know you then? Just family life. I mean, I was an only one, but other parts of the family, extended family, had children, and I knew. Indeed, Do you know, because you live over that, do you know Sheriff Mount?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, my grandfather owned the south part.
All right,
It was in two halves,
right,
and he was the south part.
right. Because there's north and south, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, of Sheriff Mount.
Did you lose anyone close to you while you were fighting in the war? Did you lose anyone close to you?
Yeah.
What, did you lose anyone close to you when you were away fighting?
Lose.
Yeah, did any of your friends
Lose.
get killed or?
No. No, it was getting near the end
Yeah.
of the war, really. I was fortunate in that respect.
What was the transition like when you came home? Did you see big changes?
Well, rationing, of course, and all this carry on. Well, that was on before I went away, I think. Any big changes? No.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about your time when you were away? Can you think of anything else? Any other good stories that you could tell us from when you were away?
Well, as I say, I was mainly, once the war finished, was still out there because they knew I didn't drink or smoke. I was put in charge of collecting the NAFI rations once a week. Had to go by car. The war was over.
Yeah.
So I was sent to pick up the whiskey and all this rations for the officers. And that was a sort of a weekly thing. And as I say, I was at CQMS. I don't think there was anything.
Were you involved in any shooting at the Germans? Did you get involved in any skirmishes?
No, not really. As I say, this shell hit this trench, and there was firing going on, trying.
Well, I think that's about it. Cyril, Jeff, unless you've got anything else you can think of to tell us, but that's been brilliant. I thank you very, very much. Thank you so much.
Sorry that I can't think of other things.